Nobody hands you a manual. The funeral home tells you how many death certificates to order. The lawyer tells you where to sign. The bank tells you what they need. But nobody, not one person, sits down with you and says, here is what the next 30 days actually look like. Here is what matters, what can wait, and here is what will blindside you when you least expect it. That's what this video is. Not a legal guide, not financial advice, just the honest conversation that someone should have had with you the week after the funeral. Stay with me, because some of what I'm about to say will save you real pain. The first thing nobody tells you is that the hardest part doesn't happen at the funeral. It happens 3 days after, sometimes a week after, when the flowers start to die, when the casseroles stop coming, when the phone gets quiet, and everyone, your children, your friends, your sister, goes back to their lives. And you're standing in the kitchen at 10 in the morning on a Tuesday with nowhere to be and no one to call, and the silence is so loud it feels like a physical thing. That moment, that exact moment, is the moment most widows describe as the hardest. Not the death, not the funeral. That Tuesday morning, when the world moved on and you couldn't. This is normal. This is not you failing at grief. This is what happens when the support system that was built for the crisis dissolves before the real grief even begins. So before we talk about death certificates and Social Security, I want you to hear this first. What you are feeling right now is real. It has a name. It is survivable. And you are not alone in it. Now, let's talk about the practical part. Because the world doesn't stop for grief. And the paperwork does not wait. Here is what the first 30 days actually require. Not everything. Just what matters most. One thing at a time. The first thing. Death certificates. Go back to the funeral home and order more than you think you need. The standard advice is 10 copies. The real advice is 15 to 20. You will need them for the bank, for Social Security, for life insurance, for the pension, for the mortgage company, for the car title, for his employer, for accounts you didn't even know existed. Each one costs between $10 and $30 depending on your state. Order them now. You can always get more later, but going back costs time and energy you don't have. The second thing, Social Security. If your husband was receiving Social Security benefits, the funeral home likely already notified them of his death, but you need to call them yourself, not to cancel his benefits, to apply for yours. As his surviving spouse, you may be entitled to survivor benefits. The amount depends on his earnings record and your age. Call 1-800-772-1213. Write that down. Do not wait on this call. Benefits do not back pay from the date of death. They pay from the date you apply. Every month you wait is money you don't get back. The third thing, his bank accounts. If you had joint accounts, you can access them immediately. Take your ID and a death certificate to the bank and have his name removed from the account. This protects you and keeps things clean. If he had individual accounts in his name only, those are a different situation. You will likely need to go through probate or work with an estate attorney. Do not try to access those accounts alone. Get legal guidance first. One important thing about credit cards: if a card was in his name only, not jointly held, do not use it after his death. Report it to the credit card company immediately. Using a deceased person's individual account, even as a spouse, can create legal complications you do not need right now. The fourth thing: life insurance. If he had a policy, call that company now. Life insurance claims can take weeks to process. The sooner you file, the sooner you receive. You will need a death certificate and the policy number. If you can't find the policy, check his email, his files, his safe deposit box. If you still can't find it, contact his employer. Many companies provide life insurance as a benefit that employees forget to mention. There is something I have to tell you that most people are too polite to say plainly. In the weeks after a husband dies, widows are targeted, not always by strangers, sometimes by distant family members, sometimes by financial advisors who call uninvited, sometimes by contractors who suddenly appear offering to help with the house. The rule is simple. If anyone contacts you in the first 30 days with any financial offer, investment opportunity, or request to sign anything, say these words: I need to speak with my attorney before I make any decisions. You don't have to have an attorney. You don't have to explain yourself. Those 11 words will protect you from every predatory situation you will encounter. Nothing legitimate requires you to decide today. If someone tells you this offer expires, it's not a real offer. Real help can wait. Now I want to talk about something equally important. What does not need to happen in the first 30 days? Do not sell the house. Not yet. Not this month. Probably not this year. The research is clear. Financial experts across the board recommend waiting at least 12 months before making any major asset decision after spousal loss. Grief changes how we think. A decision made in month 1 almost never looks the same in month 6. Do not change your will yet. Yes, it needs updating, but not this week. Give yourself 90 days minimum before making changes to legal documents. Do not close his email or social media accounts yet. Those accounts may contain information you will need: passwords, subscriptions, accounts you don't know about. Keep them accessible for at least 60 days. Do not give away his clothes yet. People will encourage you to do this quickly. They mean well. Ignore them. There is no timeline on this. His side of the closet can stay exactly as it is, for as long as you need it to. You are not ready to make permanent decisions, and that is not a flaw. That is wisdom. Here is what 30 years of widow research actually shows about what helps in the first month. Not the casseroles, not the advice, not the well-meaning people who tell you he's in a better place. What actually helps is one person, one specific, reliable person who calls on the same day every week and asks nothing of you. Not, how can I help? Because you don't know how to answer that. Not, what do you need? Because you don't know what you need. Just a voice, just a presence, just someone who says, I'm calling because I said I would. If you have that person, hold on to them. If you don't, This is the moment to find your people. Widow support groups, online or in person, are not about sitting in a circle talking about sadness. They are about being in a room with people who don't need you to explain yourself, who already know, who have already survived what you are surviving. The widow, who is 18 months ahead of you, is the most valuable person you can find right now. Not because she has answers, but because she is proof that this is survivable. Find her. And now the part nobody says out loud. You are allowed to not be okay. Not for a week. Not for a month. For as long as it actually takes. The first 30 days of widowhood are not about healing. They are not about moving forward. They are not about finding your new normal. They are about one thing only: surviving. That's it. Get through today. Get through this week. Eat something. Sleep when you can. Let the house be messy. Let the phone calls go unanswered. Let people think you're not coping. You don't owe anyone a performance of grief that makes them comfortable. What you owe yourself is permission. Permission to fall apart in private. Permission to laugh at something stupid on television and not feel guilty. Permission to eat cereal for dinner, permission to sit in his chair or not sit in his chair. Permission to do this exactly the way you are doing it, because there is no right way. There is only your way, and your way is enough. I want to give you one thing, not a list, not a plan. One thing. Get a notebook, a real one, paper. And on the first page, write 3 columns. Label them: this week, this month, not yet. Every task that comes at you, from family, from institutions, from your own anxious mind, goes into one of those 3 columns. This week is for the things that genuinely cannot wait. Death certificates, Social Security call, bank notification. This month is for the things that matter but have time. Life insurance claim, his employer, the will. Not yet is for everything else. The house, the clothes, the big decisions, the things people tell you that you should figure out. Not yet. That notebook is your permission to not carry everything at once. That notebook is someone saying, you don't have to do it all today. You just have to do the next thing, one at a time, at your pace. The first 30 days of widowhood are the hardest days most women will ever live. Not because of the paperwork, not because of the practicalities, but because you are learning to exist in a world that no longer has him in it. And that takes time. More time than anyone tells you. More time than you think you should need. Exactly as much time as it actually takes. Be patient with yourself. She's still here, and so are you. If this video helped you, in every video on this channel we go deeper. Identity, grief, the practical things, all the parts of this life that nobody hands you a guide for. Subscribe. Come back. She's still here, and so are you.